Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I just reviewed an item that I expect is very similar to this one. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, let's get ready to convert. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today, though? Happens to be my GoBots Battle of the Rock Lords shirt. Yeah, look at them. They're Rock Lords. Oh, and if you're unfamiliar, GoBots was a franchise of transforming robot toys from back in the 80s. It came out just before Transformers did, and the two were dueling on shelves in the 80s. It was a whole thing, with one of the main distinctions being that the GoBots did not transform, they converted. That was their... Because obviously you couldn't go over there and say, oh yeah, no, they transform. Then you're just giving it to Transformers immediately. Ultimately, Transformers did win out in a big way, obviously. If you've heard of GoBots, chances are you're either a nerd like me, or maybe there's been occasional things with GoBots in the Transformers franchise because they actually own the GoBots now. So I like the GoBots. But anyway, folks, what am I trying for you today, folks? What am I trying for you today? What are we doing here? Let's not reuse folks again. Well, like I said, I just got through reviewing something. Happened to be from Boom Buffalo Wild Wings. And if you watch my channel, you know I reviewed plenty of stuff from plenty of stuff from Buffalo Wild Wings. So much so I have an entire playlist for just Buffalo Wild Wings related stuff. That's where this review is going to end up. And the review before it. Because the thing is, with Buffalo Wild Wings, they have a buy one, get one free deal on their boneless wings on Thursdays. So a lot of times, I'll go over there and double up my order, get a couple different sauces. Now I've got a couple of reviews. I just got through reviewing their Honey BBQ, and now I'm going to try their Sweet BBQ. What the fuck is the difference? I don't know, and I'm going to find out for you. Because this is also going to be a comparison video. So let's get a thing for the thing. This one. Alright, let's get a thing for a thing. Looks like that. Like that, yeah. Let's try out some Sweet BBQ versus Honey BBQ. Oh, wow. That's distinctly different. I mean, I figured, yeah, it was going to be different, but, I kind of figured it'd be really similar. But no, that's the main difference right off the bat. And this is going to sound stupid and obvious, but, the Honey BBQ tastes more like a Honey BBQ sauce. It's a little, the sweetness is a little bit more pronounced, whereas this tastes more like a straight barbecue sauce. Think like your Sweet Baby Ray's or something like that. It has a similar kind of vibe. The sweetness is still there, but it's a little bit richer, a little bit tangier. It has more barbecue sauce qualities to it, whereas the Honey BBQ sauce is more, again, just distinctly a Honey BBQ sauce. So, okay. I was going to do a back and forth. I mean, I still will a little bit, but because it is so different. Okay. Because the Honey BBQ sauce, despite this being the sweet barbecue sauce, the Honey BBQ sauce I would say is definitely sweeter. This has a little tanginess, just a little bit, but it's just richer overall. Yeah, okay. The chicken itself is fine. If you've never had Buffalo Wild Wing chicken, it's perfectly okay. It's nothing spectacular. It's not going to be as good as like a proper, really good wing place. You know, if you have like a bar and grill, or in my case, like I have a place like Dak Dak Korean Wings. By the way, go look up those reviews. This, you know, it's a little bit crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. It gets the job done. It's not the best chicken you've ever had. It's not the worst chicken you've ever had. But it gets the job done. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, just richer and tangier. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, like, obviously there is some sweetness to it. But I'm kind of surprised that they call it a sweet barbecue sauce specifically, because the sweet aspect of it is not what I would say is the most pronounced aspect. Again, I feel like the honey barbecue has more of that sweet aspect to it. But yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, it reminds me a little bit of like a Sweet Baby Ray's, which is not personally my favorite barbecue sauce, but it's perfectly fine. I personally like richer, smokier barbecue sauce. That's just me. Okay. Let me just do a quick little comparison, even though I already know. Yeah. The honey, a little bit more subdued in the taste because, it's focusing more on the sweetness, so it's not as rich, not as bold of flavor, but not lacking in flavor either. Yeah. These are both good in their own ways, both doing surprisingly distinct things. So, I mean, that's surprising to me. All right. Well, three questions have to be asked in this instance. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Which do I prefer between the two? Yes, and I'm going to say the honey. I personally think I like the honey a little bit more. So, for me personally, these are very similar to the honey barbecue wings in that it's perfectly fine. It's doing a decent job of being a decent enough barbecue sauce. Like I said, it's a little rich, a little tangy. It has a little depth of character to it, and I think it's definitely a little bit more flavorful. Probably has a little bit more going on than the honey. But why the honey wins out for me, oh so slightly, is because whereas with the sweet barbecue sauce, again, it feels like something that I'm already very familiar with, and that personally I know is not my favorite iteration of a barbecue sauce, that being, again, like a Sweet Baby Ray's or other sweet barbecue sauces. Whereas with the honey barbecue sauce, I can get along with it a little bit more because it does have that honey aspect to it, and even though it is probably a little bit sweeter point for point, or at the very least, the sweetness is more focused, I guess is the better way to put it. It has a little bit more personality, Because like I said, like I'll do some Sweet Baby Ray's or other sweet barbecue sauces, but they're not my favorite thing. With like a honey barbecue sauce, that's not something I usually go to. So for me, it kind of wins out because I'm less familiar with it, even though I'm still familiar with it to some extent. So I can get along with it a little bit more. But I do think that both of these are fine. And I do think that, yeah, it's a decent enough barbecue sauce for what it needs to do. It's a sweet barbecue sauce, little tangy, little depth of flavor. Not bad. If I'm recommending it, though, I mean, you're probably, maybe you are me. Maybe you are going to look at the menu and be like, what the fuck's the difference? But I imagine most people probably don't. Well, the difference is there for you if you want a barbecue sauce that is sweet, but not particularly sweet, but again, still has that tanginess and, a little bit of a richness to it. The sweet barbecue is the one you want to go with. And again, I think it works perfectly fine. It feels like a very decent enough barbecue sauce. You know, out of all the flavors that Buffalo Wild Wings has, it's not a personal favorite of mine, but at the same time, it's not a bad option. If you just want a barbecue sauce wing, it'll get the job done for you. But I do think there's better stuff on their menu personally, but that's just me. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly barbecue, whatever kind of sauce-tastic rest of your life. Because, even if you are into the sweeter stuff, that's fine. I got no problem with that. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal preference when it comes to barbecue sauce? Are you a sweet and smoky person? Or rather, are you a sweet barbecue sauce person? Are you smoky, rich? What's your personal vibe? Because it's definitely a very personal thing, I feel. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments.